So just when I thought I was done modifying my 2004 Honda Accord, I decided to go one step further and install ambient lighting across all 4 door panels and the center dash. This is an old car, and anyone who loves modding cars knows the truth. There's always something to fix, something to repair, and something to upgrade. And let's be real, working on cars never really ends. Just when I thought I couldn't do any more upgrades to my 2004 Honda Accord, I was like, you know what, we should install some ambient lighting to make it fun again. So that's exactly what we're gonna do today. It shouldn't be too hard. You do have to remove a couple of door panels, but the kit I got should generally work well for most vehicles. I'm gonna see how it looks, so let's get right into it. One of the biggest issues with most ambient lighting kits is brightness. They look cool in photos, but in real life, they're barely visible. That's why this one actually surprised me. I came across a kit from a company called Tronics, and right away, the brightness stood out. This thing gets really bright, especially at night, and even during the daytime you can still see them as well. On top of that, I genuinely recommend this brand. Their customer service has been solid. The kit shipped out in just 2 days, and the LED strips themselves are super thin and highly concealable, which makes a huge difference once everything's installed. It also has Bluetooth connectivity through its own dedicated app, so you can control colors, brightness, and mode straight from your phone. Now, it does say easy to install on the box, and I'll be honest, I don't know if that's entirely true. It's doable, but it's definitely not plug and play, especially if you want it done clean. Let me start by saying this. Install does take time and patience, but it's absolutely worth it. There are a ton of customization options, from different lighting zones to extra accent pieces that really make the interior pop. What I love most is that everything is hardwired, so the lights automatically turn on and off with the car. No exposed wires, no cheap look that you get with other ambient lighting kits. Since you're tapping into the car's actual wiring, it does require some basic electrical knowledge, and the process can vary depending on your vehicle. Overall, these lights completely exceeded my expectations and genuinely took the interior to a whole new level. So yeah, this isn't a how-to video, but more of an install and upgrade, showing you how this looks on my 2004 Honda Accord, which is basically a classic car at this point by some standards in the car community. This Honda might even be older than some of you watching. Tool-wise, you're gonna need just the basics: a plastic trim set, some common hand tools like a screwdriver and wrenches. I grabbed most of mine from the local Harbor Freight here in the US for a solid price. They always sell great tools. First, you're gonna have to take the door panels apart, which can be a little scary at first, but I recommend you take your time throughout the entire process, since some pieces can snap or break, which I had a few of them did. I also highly recommend wearing gloves during the install. A lot of these parts are sharp, and since I was working outside in the middle of winter, the cold just made everything hurt even more. Once we carefully removed the door panels, I started inspecting all the wiring, such as the first main accessory controller cable that will be plugged directly into the interior fuse box of the car, located underneath my steering wheel on most vehicles, and a ground wire that I have to screw on behind, which provides the essential return path for the electrical current. Anytime you're working on car electronics, I strongly recommend disconnecting the car battery to eliminate the risk of any shock. And before fully installing anything, I plugged the LED light strips in just to test them, and mainly to see if they worked and see how bright they actually got, and yeah, they definitely do. These were going to fit nicely along the Honda's long door trim, tucked in snug and clean. Eventually, I had to move the entire door panel inside since it was getting dark and freezing out there. One of the hardest parts of the install was getting the strip to sit perfectly tight along the trim, and keep in mind, you need to repeat this process for all 4 doors. And yeah, here's an example of what I broke during the install. I snapped a small piece connected to the door latch cable, which meant I had to order a replacement off of Amazon. It's literally this tiny piece right here, but it caused a massive headache. For about a week, I couldn't even open the door from the inside. I had to roll the window down and opening it from the outside, which was honestly super ratchet. This small piece set me back so much. But anyways, this is what the door panel looks like completely torn down. Behind the panel, I mounted the side door controller and taped it securely so it could supply power while I crimped it into one of the power window's wires. Tronics does have a full dedicated install video on the YouTube channel if you want to follow along. For the most part, you just need some basic wiring knowledge. About a week later, that single red clip finally showed up in the mail, and I was able to get the door working again. I didn't film much at that point. I was mainly focused on getting all the doors done and the main center console finished. And of course, here's another thing I broke, just a small plastic washer that sits on top of the interior door lock. As the night went on, I was really hustling trying to get all this done. Very cold outside, especially in my parents' garage still. I wanted to make sure that everything was completely flush with the door trim and have no wires peeking out. Fortunately, on the left side of my Android head unit, I was unable to get the strip to stretch out there, so the only thing you saw was just a wire which is showing just a bit, which wasn't a huge deal. Alright, so it's the moment of truth, guys. Just want to tell you guys that ahead of time to set aside a day at least. It does kind of take a while, but moment of truth. Let's power it up real quick. Whoa! What the? Yeah. Bro, what the? This is hype. Oh my gosh. These are super bright. Wow. It looks so amazing in here. Wow. This literally transformed the car. What the heck? All 4 doors, as well as the passenger dash here. Oh, if you're wondering about the LED underglow, I already had those installed years ago. It wasn't too much of a problem. I just had it plugged into my glove box here. You guys can watch more about my video, but yeah, that red light up there is what lights it up. Totally separate, way easier to install than these. My goodness, let me change the settings. All right, we got purple. Okay, it's like a party setting. I guess I'm gonna get like a little seizure from this. I don't want to do this. Is there like, oh. I think I like this strip the most. I'm a little disappointed I couldn't get this strip. I had run out of wire when I got to this point, and I was originally planning to route it behind my Android dash, but regardless, you know, the wire's just sticking out just a little bit, so it's not a completely clean install. And like I said earlier, for the most part, at least we got this side attached successfully. My goodness. All right, bro, I'm gonna see what you think.
Let's see it.
Oh, it's gonna back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to put it in. Don't think anything else of it.
Yeah. Well.
Yo. All right, bro, check this out.
RGB lighting.
It's when gamers get their car.
Yeah.
Yeah, when gamers first get
their car.
Uber Premium. You can adjust the brightness on here. They have some weird colors too. It's nice, but it's bright, bro. This thing is bright. Yeah. Right. You think this might be distracted driving? This is definitely distracted driving. Yeah.
But at least like the passenger is gonna have something to look at. Something that's pretty. This is nice though.
I think it really transformed the car into something else.
Yeah, it gives it like levels, I guess.
I might keep it on white. White looks like some type of Tron legacy.
Yeah, white
like Mercedes-Benz. Everything's so bright back here. Oh, this is off, which looks kind of boring. Life is so boring, right?
Yeah.
So we need light. Yeah. But the full brightness is kind of tough. It's tough, man. It's tough. I think we're on Tron Legacy right now with all the white lights. I feel like you can see your hands, you can see your foot, you can see everything. You can see my face is really well lit up too. Guys, if you want to put this in your car, you might want to bring someone special. All right, this is gonna be a good time. The other day, I had my friend and we sat here for like a good 2 to 3 hours just talking straight about like life and all that. And I just think the LED lights really made the vibe. This is very comfortable because then without them, life is just boring. Life is so dark. Who wants to be like this? It's time to get some lights, baby. Yeah, about to keep it like this. I think the other setting's a little bit too distracting. Overall, I'm really digging the ambient light install I did on my 2004 Honda Accord. Old cars like these are honestly some of the most fun to mod and makes it super fun to drive around since the parts and aftermarket upgrades are very affordable and usually easier to install as compared to newer cars and other manufacturers. I genuinely feel excited and want to drive more not only at night but even during the day since these LED ambient light strips get super bright. The complete install took around a total of 8 to 12 hours including carefully going through the wiring, figuring out placements for all 4 doors and the dash, taking apart everything and putting it back together. Ultimately, if any of you guys are looking to do the install for your car, I highly recommend this as it's one of the most significant quality of life / fun upgrades for any car, but it does take time and effort. So if you think I missed out on any features / upgrades I can do to this car, let me know down in the comments below. This is the first video of 2026, so we are starting off strong, everyone. Let me know also what car you guys have and what you think of this setup so far. I'll try to get back to you guys. I'm also very impressed that eZonetronics have been around for many years now, and I love how they keep making each product better and better every single time. So I'll make sure to leave all the links down below of the product, all the tools I use, and extra instruction videos to help you guys out. As always guys, love, peace, until the next video, this is RichMe, signing off.